Hi guys, it's Tiny Tay and I'm back today with some more coffee shenanigans. In today's video, we will be doing 3 of my favorite pistachio latte recipes. I'm so excited to show you guys these because I just realized for some reason, and I know I'm very late, but that Starbucks took away their pistachio latte, which is something that I actually liked. And so I'm like, when did that happen? For some reason, I thought that one would be all year round, and of course, to my surprise, it's not. So we're going to be making some pistachio butter to start off with today. We will use that in one of our recipes. They're all going to be dairy-free, but of course, as you know, you can substitute your own milk with whatever you want. Because I wouldn't be able to include everyone, and I want this to be a channel where people don't feel like they can't make something or participate because they don't have a espresso machine or they don't have a mocha pot. Like, I want this to be a place where everyone can be and enjoy. So let's get into our pistachio latte. I'm going to tell you guys that we need to first make our pistachio butter. Okay, so what you're going to need is aluminum foil and a baking pan, and you want to just put a piece of foil on the pan. And then you are going to need kosher salt, which I'm using popcorn salt because I'm pretty sure they're the same if I remember. If not, YOLO. Cinnamon, pistachios, dairy-free sweetened condensed milk, or whatever kind of condensed milk you want. I'm using this honey today, which I absolutely adore, but it's really expensive and kind of hard to find. So I'm going to be using the leftover that I have in this container because I don't want to open this yet. And you need a blender or food processor of some sort. And I will leave the exact measurements below in the recipe, but you will need, what we're going to do anyway, is put 1 cup of pistachios. I am so sorry, I forgot to mention, and I always forget to mention and do this part, so I apologize. But you need to preheat your oven to 350 first. So then you're going to take your 1 cup of pistachios and you're going to put them all out on your baking sheet aluminum foil. Then we're going to put these in the oven for about 5 minutes. Okay, so here we have our roasted pistachio. And then we're going to take our food processor and mix these in. I feel like you're supposed to add like water or milk or something to make it creamy. So I don't know. If it's not creamy, we're gonna add something. I also really hope this recipe works because I'm really excited because I didn't want to buy pistachio butter from anywhere else. 1, because a lot of them weren't dairy free, holy hot, and 2, because I really don't like supporting that big brand that has really fast shipping and has everything for fairly cheap and doesn't treat their employees very well. If you know, you know. So I really want this to work because there was really no other ones except for the ones on there. So, boom, we put our almonds in. It says to roast these by, or process these by themselves first until we're creamy, and I know that they're not gonna get creamy. So I'm just gonna, even before we even start, add in like some milk or something because I know that that's just not gonna do it. I'm gonna add like, I don't know, 2 capfuls of milk. And I'm using almond milk, of course. You guys use what you want. Okay. What I'm gonna do is add more milk in naturally. Because what else would I do? Then I'm gonna add the rest of the ingredients in. Is that what the recipe said to do? No. Is that what we're gonna do? Absolutely. Oof. Didn't say how much to add. Actually, it did. I just remembered, but we don't measure on this channel. So, those are the vibes. If you measure, I'm sorry. I guess this is not the channel for you. Please forgive me if I'm bothering anyone by not measuring, but this is kind of the life. Okay, I can see it getting kind of creamy. Oh my gosh, guys, it actually is starting to look like it. Okay, let me like mix it up. It's really good! Oh my god, I'm excited! Okay guys, so I added in a little bit more milk and the consistency is coming along very nicely. But I'm not gonna lie, I don't want this to be super grainy. I want it to be like almond butter, you know? Guys, you would not believe that it's finally the consistency I actually wanted. This consistency is literally beautiful. Like, this consistency is like peanut butter!
6 hours later.
Alrighty guys, so this is our second batch and look at that! Look at how beautiful and creamy that is. I'm so excited. I cannot wait to try this in my coffee. Okay, so now that I have got my desired consistency, you can leave yours as grainy as you want. I will say that trying to get the nice consistency that I wanted probably added on like 35 minutes to this recipe. And for me, it's worth it, especially because I love pistachios and will use it a lot if it's actually made to the way that I like it. So again, if you like yours grainy, that's absolutely fine. This is what mine looks like, more of a like thinner peanut buttery almond butter type consistency. So then I'm just gonna get this going in here. I just want to say the original recipe for this called for 2 whole cups of pistachios. If you do not love pistachios and are just doing this for fun, or you want to try a different recipe, or you want to try something new, do not use 2 cups. Again, I'm gonna put the recipe below in the original form, but just know I used 1 cup, as you guys saw, and it made this entire like huge syrup bottle of pistachio sauce. And that is with me thinning it out. I do know if it would have been thicker, it would have been less. But again, if you do not love pistachio sauce, do not use 2 cups of pistachios for your recipes today. I also should, I guess, put a little disclaimer that this is the night before the video. I am doing all my prep work for it. So if you would need to have your cold brew prepped or anything like that, you should be doing that now. Because this is not like, most of my videos are an in the moment, like day of kind of video. And this is a prep kind of video. Okay, so our first recipe is going to be our cold brew recipe. It's going to be super nice and simple. We are going to make a pistachio cold brew with a sweet cream cold foam. My in-depth sweet cream cold foam recipe, I'll link it up above, and it's dairy free for all of the people who can't have the Starbucks one. So what we got is our cold brew, almond milk, pistachio syrup, vanilla, and heavy whipping cream, and of course some measuring, because that's the one thing I will measure. This one you just add in your ice cube, then you add in your cold brew. Look at how smooth. Then with this pistachio syrup, I absolutely recommend. This is the Monin pistachio syrup. It's super good, but it's very intense. So I recommend doing literally the smallest amount to start with because it's intense. It's a very strong pistachio flavor. So to give you guys an idea of what I mean by that, I'm literally using 1/4 tablespoon of syrup because that's how potent this syrup is. It is very strong and intense. You do not want to pour a lot because 1, you don't want to waste your product, and 2, you want your coffee to actually be something you enjoy. Then I'll just give it a good mix. Then we're going to make the sweet cream cold foam. So what you're going to need, a little cup or a frother. I'm going to do it with this hand frother because again, I want to be inclusive. I'll use the electric frother for a different recipe, but this is going to be like our most simple basic recipe today. So I want everyone to be able to use this. Always shake up anything that you're frothing before you froth it. This dairy-free heavy whipping cream is the absolute best thing ever. It will sometimes look a little chunky like that. Don't be alarmed, just give her another shake. Especially because it's dairy free, they last longer, but they also have different properties and like fat content, so it's not going to be the same as regular milk. So boom, what I'm going to use is 1 tablespoon of heavy whipping cream, 1 tablespoon of almond milk, Then you can add in however much vanilla syrup you'd like to your taste. I have absolutely no idea how much my pumps like equal out to be, so I kind of just, you know, pump until I think it's going to be enough. Then we're going to mix her. Okay, so now we got our pistachio coffee ready, and we got our sweet cream cold foam. Let's give her a little pour. Should I zoom in? I have a lot of people always telling me they love the milk pours. See, like that is good dairy-free foam. It sits on top. Obviously, you got the stuff going on at the bottom, but like it sits at the top up here. It's nice thick. It stays together. Is a nice foam consistency. Let's give her a mix and try her. Also, I saw on TikTok that some people don't mix in their sweet cream cold foam. What do you guys think? Share with me below what you do, because I mix mine in. So, naturally. Nice pistachio flavor, very smooth taste. If you like it really sweet, either add a different syrup in with your pistachio syrup, or add a lot of syrup into your sweet cream cold foam, because this basically is just black coffee with like the teeniest bit of sweetness. So yeah, if you're looking for something sweet, maybe this isn't the recipe for you, but don't worry, I have 2 more. Okay, so for this next one, we're going to make a white chocolate pistachio nut mocha, or I guess a white chocolate pistachio? I don't know. You guys can come up with ideas in the comments. But this is where we're going to use our butter. This is going to be an espresso recipe. I am using the Nespresso Nicaragua pod because this is more of a like honey cereal sweet pod. I feel like that'll go really good with the nuttiness of the pistachio butter. So what I always do is I put anything that I want to be melted down or mixed into in the bottom first, because I want it to be melted into my espresso. Okay, so I'm putting about this much pistachio butter in there. Again, didn't measure. My apologies. And I'm going to put a little bit of white chocolate in there. Boom. And then I'm going to run my pod over this. So let's go to the espresso machine. Okay, so as you guys can see, all of our ingredients is still sitting at the bottom, and we don't want that. That's how it is when we go to coffee shops and they don't stir or mix for us. So I get a really good all-around stir. We're all mixed in. You can see there's no big clumps down there anymore. And boom, pour that. And like you guys know, I don't really like to use multiple milks, so I'm just going to use this one milk today. If you want to add in milk, anything else at this point, you're more than welcome to. I know some people do milk and creamer. I'm just going to do creamer today, and we're going to froth this up in our Nespresso Aeroccino 3. I do have a video coming about how to use this properly, because I've learned so much. So I'm just going to hold our button for 3 seconds so that it starts doing cold foam. Okay, so our machine is done frothing now. And again, for everyone who loves the good milk pour, beautiful foam. That's what I'm saying. You can get good foam from dairy-free items. Then I'm going to give her a little drizzle of white chocolate. And let's taste her. I'm so excited. Look at how pretty she is. But let's go. Guys, this is so good. Oh my gosh. Pistachio butter is bringing the creaminess. Like, you can taste it in there. I love that I took the extra time to thin out the butter because it's worth it. I don't taste any like big chunks of pistachio. Please make this. If you make this, tag me, email me, send me a letter, whatever you gotta do. This is so good. I hope you guys love this one, because this is immaculate. This is probably gonna be the best one we make today, because I'm so in love with it that I don't think anything could be better. Okay, so for our final recipe today, we're gonna make what I normally call a caramelized Irish cream, but we're gonna switch up our recipe to use pistachio milk in it today. I'm using a Freddo Intenso pod because this is kind of like a cereal woody pod, and I feel like it'll go good with the nuttiness of the pistachio milk. So what we're gonna do is we're first gonna start by putting however much Irish cream inside of your coffee cup that you'd like. That's probably a good amount. Then you put caramel, obviously. Then I'm going to go brew my pod over this. Always brew your pod over anything that you're putting into, so that way that the flavors get fully incorporated. So then you want to mix it up real good. Then you can just add your ice here if you'd like. What I do is get out my frother. Again, you want to shake any milk up really good before you put it in any frother. I am using the 3 Trees Pistachio Nut Milk. This is very expensive, but in my opinion, it's super worth it. It's a very good milk. It tastes just like pistachios if you like pistachios, and it's very thick. It froths up super nicely. Then I'm going to add in some pumps of vanilla syrup just to help bring out those caramel flavors and our espresso flavors as well. Oh gosh. Then I'm going to put this on cold foam, but the beautiful part about this recipe is that you can do it hot or cold and it's still super good. Okay, so now that she is done, I'll zoom in on the coffee pour for you guys. Look at that beautiful, thick, gorgeous froth. Then I usually just top it off with a little caramel. Oh, and look at the ombre we got going there. Okay, before we taste this, I just want to say the Freddo Intenso and Delicato pods gave me a run for my money when I first bought them. I did not like them at all, and now I love them and they've grown on me immensely, so I hope this is really good, because normally I make it with the Nicaragua pod, but let's see. Okay, it is really good. I'm definitely getting a lot of that Irish cream taste, so I probably could have went a little less, but the pistachio milk tastes amazing with the caramel. Like, it's just got that light nutty taste, not as intense as toffee nut. So I really like this. I liked all of them. I love pistachios. I hope you guys loved all these recipes too. If you did and you try any of these, please tag me. I would love to see your thoughts. That's all for today. So remember to like, subscribe, and comment. Enjoy your coffees.